Hey guys, what is up? Starkey here, and I had a thought. And now this might be an odd one. This is gonna be just me rambling. And not only is it because of this comment right here that made me laugh in my video yesterday, uh, albeit legit, I do agree with this guy. Um, so it's been over a little bit over a day since this event has started, and again, this is only for 1 week, right? Face value, it is worth it on face value. But if you look into it a little bit more, sure, you're gonna get you're gonna have a shot at getting Arcanine EX and Charizard, Moltres, the normal ones, Ninetales, Rapidash, Charmander, and Blaine. Those are the on the exclusive ones, on the rare ones, right? On the rare pick, which is available for me right now, but I cannot do this because I don't have enough, Wonder Hourglasses or Wonder, energy for it. Now, this is what I'm getting at, or this is my thought process, right? And I might be wrong. If you think I'm wrong, just comment if I'm wrong, or if you agree with me, great. So this is a three pull, right? This is three Wonder Hourglasses or Wonder Energy, right? So one of these replenishes every 12 hours. So every day we get two, right? And for most or majority of the player base, we're probably going to get one shot at this per day for 7 days. I got mine yesterday. I got Rapidash, I think. um, it all boils down. The value for this event is here on the bonus pick, right? Because it's free. Doesn't have any cost. You get tickets and you get hourglasses, and you might get a flyer Pokemon card or two. So there you go. I got a ticket. I didn't get a fire Pokemon. Anyway, the main value for me is on the free ones, and the free ones, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. So you can easily finish the missions quite fast, which is, if you go to missions, sorry, my throat is itchy. So I'm nearly there. I'm halfway there. I've done pretty much everything aside from collecting 15 fire type Pokemon, which, by the way, you can do by just, opening packs, right? Except for this, right? I mean, sure, there's going to be, I don't have an Arcanine EX. I'm not in a hurry to get one. And I know it's a fun card to build a deck around. And I've seen a lot of decks that are fun online and on YouTube videos of other people. But this card, or at least this event for fire cards, as you can see earlier, I've gotten tickets. I got the ticket. I've gotten hourglasses. I think I've only gotten one fire Pokemon from the free pick, right? For the rare pick, I got, again, like what I said, I got Rapidash, right? No, Ninetales. I can't remember if Ninetales or Rapidash. Anyway, for all of us, not all of us, for the most part, for most players, like what I said, we get at least one shot for this each day. Because I would assume that most players don't have that much, Wonder Hourglasses. Now, I know there are a bunch of people who stockpile this and have a lot of this, but even so, you can, maybe realistically get 2, 3, 4 at most this per day. Probably not, but if you blow your proverbial load on the first or second day, then you're gonna run out of hourglasses for the rest of the event, which is 1 week, right? So I don't think this is worth it because people are like, oh, you get your chance to get an Arcanine EX, but in reality, you get one chance, you get one shot each day. That's the reality of things. Unless, like what I said, if you're a whale, or if you buy Pokegold, or you've stockpiled your Wonder Hourglasses, great. You can get maybe 2 or 3 a day. But for us who don't have this and are not willing to buy Pokegold just for the hourglasses, and I get it, there are whales out there, or there are people who will buy Pokegold just to get these. Hey, touche, much respect. But again, you get 7 times, 7 shots once a day. Do you really think you're gonna get Arcanine EX? Some will. And hey, some would even maybe get 2 or 3. Maybe a handful would be able to experience that. But for the most of us, given that the Lapras EX event, how it turned out, with a lot of people seething on YouTube and on Reddit, where they've opened what 30, 40, 50 packs even, and they don't even have the Lapras card. I got mine between picks 30 to 40. That's how hard it was. Do you really think it's going to be easier when it comes to getting Arcanine EX for this, where you are actually literally, using a resource, a good one of that? I'd much rather find a good pick here than actually get this, because at this point, most players would probably have Charizard, Moltres, or at least one of these two, right? So for me, again, this is just one random guy's opinion. I think the game and the devs fell short on this. This is pretty much a stopgap, right? Because the last event that's going to be done by 4 days? Do we still have 4 days, right? This event, Genetic Apex Emblem event, right? 45 wins. When this first was announced and launched, 45 wins seemed to be very daunting, but everybody, or most players, including myself, who, by the way, don't really play the game the entire day, right? Because, well, I have work. And I would assume most players do as well. 45, I was able to finish this on the first week, right? And now what do we get? The only thing that we get from this event is being able to have active battlers. We could easily battle, because before, if you just go to random matches, at least for my part, for my experience, is that this event, I got to play more. I get to get more players to play with me than the random. The random event, the same thing. We still have new game, huge player base. But if you're going to compare between this event match and the random match before this was released, this would take maybe a few seconds longer. Now that's down to the micro, and I get it. That's just being weird, maybe. But again, this event is not. It's not good, guys. It really isn't, right? We get a few. The only good thing about this is the slight chance, the slim chance of getting Arcanine EX. That is the only thing we get, aside from the tickets and the hourglasses. Like, it's not even, in my opinion, and I get it. It's, I'm not asking for, hey, I want 100 hourglasses or 100 tickets. No, like, this is very slim. And again, I get it. This is a stopgap event, in my opinion. And I've seen enough people on Reddit saying that this event sucks. I don't think it sucks. I think that they came up short. It's okay. It's serviceable. But for myself, that doesn't really, do anything aside from battle a few times a day. Right? And where is it? Most people have already either finished this or on their way to finish this. You don't need 1 week for this. And these are the valuable rewards that we actually get. Tickets and hourglasses. This is it. This is it. Not the chance to get Arcanine, but the tickets and the hourglasses, which is more valuable. Right? This is just kind of like when before it was debunked, that you could choose a pack in that circle, before we thought we could choose, when in reality it's just a gimmick. This is the gimmick. This is a Wonder Pick gimmick, and that's it. This is a gimmick that is pretty much icing on these rewards, which is in on itself okay, but again, it fell off short, right? I hope the Venusaur event is better, because if they go in a series of events that comes up short, I want this game to last a long time. it's a fun game. But at the moment, it is so boring because we can try off meta decks. We are literally scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to this game at the moment because we only have this series, right? And there can only be enough off meta decks or creative decks that we can do that actually makes sense to play. So hopefully they pick up the pace. And yeah, that's it. I'm just rambling. I get it. I'm sorry, but I just had a thought, like what I said, the reason why I made this video is because I thought I was the only one thinking this, but is it worth it? Face value, sure. But for what it's worth, this is a gimmick, right? This is a gimmick. This isn't really an event. This isn't really, oh, you're going to get Arcanine EX. Oh my God. Great for people who have enough Wonder Pick hourglasses. Great. You have a shot, but for the most part, probably not, right?